So, if you want to learn how to trade options, purchase my ebook located at wordly41.gumroad.com. And basically, yesterday, not yesterday. Well, was it yesterday? Yeah, I guess it was yesterday. Basically, yesterday, I had said that Trump has exempted smartphones, computers, and chips from new tariffs, right? And basically, today, this is kind of contradicted now. Basically, the U.S. Secretary of Commerce told ABC that the tariff exemptions on electronics are only temporary. So this is like how this post says, two steps back. In a way, it's like, okay, so what's gonna happen? Is this, so was it, was that supposed to be meant yesterday or what? Or is there like confusion on right now in the market? With Trump's advisors, right? So basically, right now, my portfolio, my Dogecoin position is down $4,995 with 93 cents. Right now, I own so far 42,904 worth of Dogecoin. And what else? So basically, looking at SPY with that news, it looks like after hours, SPY is at 537. So I guess, that news that was, announced today that, oh, well, it's only temporary, those tariffs, right? So it's not, those electronics aren't completely exempt from tariffs. So like, that news of that guy coming out and saying that, oh, well, it's only temporary. It's going to come in 1 or 2 months. So, it hasn't really impacted the market at all in a negative way. And look, Apple right now is at 209 after hours. So it looks like this might be not so much of a bad news after all. So with, the guy announcing, Trump yesterday saying that, oh, electronics are good. Now this guy's advisor saying, well, it's only, um, you know, they're exempt for only a month or two. And then a month or two, that's when we'll, decide to place tariffs on on all electronics. So, I guess that didn't really negatively impact the stock market at all. So we'll have to see what happens. But looking at SPY, right? Basically, let's see. So, like I said, right? If SPY does decide to reach the 50, I mean, not the 50, but the 180 or 200-day moving average, I would personally still buy puts on SPY. And the reason I say that is because there's still so much uncertainty that's still going on with these tariffs. Like, it's like, like I just said, yesterday Trump says electronics aren't going to be touched. Now, this guy's advisor, the e-commerce guy or whatever, says that it's only exempt for a month or so. So basically, it kind of shatters that moment of, okay, so that means electronic goods are good. Basically, anything that is like the Magnificent Seven or any stock out there that's, deals with electronics is pretty much in the safe, right? But with that news that came out today, with that guy saying that, oh, it's only exempt for a month, I don't know how that, how it's going to end up after, the month finishes up, right? So when it's time to, put tariffs on electronics, this could cause like for a meltdown of plenty of stocks that have to deal with electronics. And basically, I would personally still buy, like a small position of puts on SPY if it decides to reach the 180 or 200-day moving average. And then Apple right now is just like crazy. So right now it looks like, the 180-day moving average reads 211. The 200-day moving average reads 213. So right now, after hours, it reads 209. So if Apple does decide to, breach 180 or 200-day moving average, I would personally buy a couple of, put options on Apple, just like a small position to see if it can manage itself to break over that stubborn 180 slash 200-day moving average. Because in a way, I feel like this like good news is kind of like temporary as well. So like, I don't know what happened last week because something good happened, and basically, oh well, every country is exempt from tariffs, for 90 days except for China that has 125% tariff on them right now. So basically that kind of made the stock market rise, and then all of a sudden the next day it just started crashing. And so I was like, okay, so pretty much these good news headliners are pretty much short-lived. They're not really long-lived at all. So basically try to play the news for the short term and try to get in, get out if you're trading on news, right? Basically, and then looking at the overall crypto market, Bitcoin Cash has been on a run lately, which is kind of honestly surprising. And what about Litecoin? No, Litecoin's just been dead. But pretty much, let's see. It looks like Bitcoin on the 4-hour time chart is finally over the 180 slash 200-day moving average. So that is pretty good news, because at one point, Bitcoin was stuck under the 180 slash 200-day moving average. It got rejected here, then got rejected here, but finally, it looks like Bitcoin is finally over the 180 slash 200-day moving average. The next thing that needs to happen is we need to break above the 9-day moving average so we can see further uptrend. And then basically on the daily chart, by the looks of it, if it decides to fall, I expect it to fall on the 20-day moving average and use it as support. That way it can retest that 50-day moving average resistance and break above it. And that's when we'll start seeing a continuation towards the uptrend from Bitcoin. And then looking at Doge, let's see, Doge. Where is Doge? Okay, so it looks like, Doge is in a steady uptrend so far, right? Ever since the 9th. And so basically from here, I kind of honestly expect that, if Doge can break that 180 slash 200-day moving average, we'll 100% see a continuation towards the uptrend from Doge. So that's pretty much it. Basically, we'll see how that news plays out tomorrow. By the looks of it, so far so good. The markets could see a big, like a big rally tomorrow. So we'll have to see. Honestly, I would honestly just try to stay away from puts, because this news that was talked about just yesterday and today is basically good news for electronic companies, whether it be the Magnificent Seven companies, because most of those companies deal with electronics, and I guess Google too, right? I don't know, but basically try to be careful. You're playing options. Try to play safely. Have a strategy set in mind. Have your risk tolerance set up, I guess. And that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Basically, the Dogecoin position is down $4,995 with 93 cents. That's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in the next video. As always, take care, and this is not financial advice. As always, take care. Bye.